Welcome to the first episode of Bears Talk with J.A. And today we're just going to be talking about the Bears, about this matchup between the Rams and the Bears. Some key takeaways as to how the Bears can win this game against a offensive powerhouse that the Rams are. How they can solidify themselves in this game. Of course, yes, we got to take into consideration the whole thing about the weather, which a lot of people are saying is going to be something bad for the Rams because they're coming from the West Coast. West Coast does not have temperatures like the Midwest, but we can also not have that as an excuse as to why the Bears are going to win, because ultimately an NFL team is going to play the way they play no matter what weather. They have high caliber players like Kyron Williams, like Matthew Stafford, their quarterback, and also one of the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL in today's world, Puka Nacua. I mean, it's going to be a very, very tough game for the Bears on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about first about that game against the Packers as to why we are here. Against the Packers, we were losing. The Bears were losing 21-3 at the half, and then they came back, ended up winning this game against your rivals who you don't like at all. I mean, I just remember seeing this game. A lot of people had their hopes down low. A lot of people had written this Bears team off in that first half. They were like, okay, why is this happening? This is where we end. But then I remember, I was watching this game, as I mentioned, and I remember telling my girlfriend's dad, I was like, watch this be a 28-3 type of comeback. And it sure was. I spoke it into existence. I mean, Iceman himself, Caleb Williams, alongside DeAndre Swift, alongside Luther Burden and Dunze, DJ Moore. DJ Moore, of course, scoring that winning touchdown again, like he did in the regular season against the Packers, where we ended up winning that game after a crazy comeback with a onside kick from Cairo Santos. But yeah, it was a great win. Now on to the Rams. Of course, two more nights, Bears fans, until we get to see the Bears play. What are some key takeaways of this game that the Bears could have to focus on or have their mind on when going against the Rams? And I could say one of the key takeaways is getting a takeaway from the defense. At least have one takeaway. I mean, we are the defense with the most takeaways in the NFL, 32 or 33, around that area, around those numbers. But yeah, we got to get a takeaway. At least a forced fumble, an interception, something. Because this defense has been struggling these past weeks. I mean, you had Jordan Love throwing for almost, I believe, like 325 passing yards, around there, 4 touchdowns. Then you had that game against the 49ers, which was a very good game for Sunday Night Football, where Brock Purdy, man, torched our defense. But Dennis Allen, the defensive coordinator, he has to step up. Playoffs-wise, when you go against a team like the Rams, you have to be able to play good defense, especially when you have on one side Puka Nacua and then on the other side Davante Adams. Davante Adams, of course, being an ex-Packer who does not like the Bears, still has that rivalry inside his blood where he does not like the Bears. He was a Packer and will always be a Packer, and he said that earlier this week. And also, I mean, another takeaway is that run offense that we have. We got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to fire right away. We got to be able to score. Because in the last now 10 drives that the Bears have started In the last 10 starting drives that the Bears have had so far, they've all ended in a punt. We got to start off hot. We cannot, especially against the Rams, we cannot have this whole thing about coming back in the fourth quarter, because it's sadly, I mean, as much as I want it to be another magical moment where the Bears come back in the fourth quarter, Iceman himself brings back the team to another win against a team like the Rams, you cannot let that happen. You can't, or else they're going to run away with it. So that is a second key takeaway that I could say, is that run offense, we got to fire on all cylinders in that game against the Rams on Sunday. I mean, also just being able to execute in the red zone, for sure. Because there's been times throughout this season, and also we saw it last week, where we get to the red zone and we just can't find a way to score, to put that ball beyond the line, beyond the touchdown line. And we have to be able to do that. Because if we're not able to do that, then this game is going to get ugly. Very, very ugly. But yeah, I mean, we got to use DeAndre Swift. We got to use Common on guy. DeAndre Swift, what a resurgence of a career. Last year, including myself, I'm not going to come over here and say, oh, I wanted DeAndre Swift to keep on being with the Bears. Everyone believe me, he's going to do good. No, I was one of those people that wanted him gone. I am not going to come here and lie and say that I wanted him, because I didn't. I simply wanted him gone. And what did he do? He shut me and a bunch of other people and showed us and proved us why Ryan Poles got him. And of course, with this new offense with Ben Johnson, which Ben Johnson, I admire him very, very much for the work that he does, the work that he has shown as an offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions and also as a head coach for the Bears. Ben Johnson, you have the keys to the city. You do. But yeah, I mean, this game is going to come down to the wire. I feel like it's going to be a very high-scoring game. For some reason, my gut is telling me that this is going to be a very high-scoring game. Almost like the one we saw against the 49ers. And yes, the weather is going to be 10 degrees, 15 degrees. It is going to be very cold. So if you're looking at this video and you're going to that game, please be careful. Please warm up. Please dress in warm clothes. I mean, in a lot of clothes, honestly. Sorry about that. Dress warmly, because it is going to be very, very cold. But yeah, I mean, Bears can win this game. Hopefully, we win this game. And it's crazy to say. I mean, just... It's so crazy to say that as a Bears fan, your team is 2 wins away from the Super Bowl. The last time we had this kind of joy, this kind of feeling, was that 2018 team with Matt Nagy at the helm alongside Mitchell Trubisky, alongside Allen Robinson and Tariq Cohen, and that defense with Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, Danny Trevathan, Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller, and so many more to talk about. But man, it sure feels good to once again say that the Bears are good again. Sure feels amazing. And I really hope the Bears win. I mean, who wouldn't want the Bears to win? Because it's always bear down. And as Bess Johnson says, Good, better, best. Because the Bears are winning on Sunday against the Rams.